you also spoke about getting more involved with the public. How would you get the public more involved? I don't come to all the meetings, the ones I come to, it's always the same people. What would you do to get more people to come, different people?
Mark, do you want to start that?
You know, that's a good question. You know, it's funny, I'm not a big Facebook guy, but I have seen it, and you know, in many ways, that's you know, as you people probably know, my kids want to spend all my money skiing, so they go to school in Lake Placid, and you know, they have a Facebook page, and to be honest with you, it's really great. And the other part that I think would help a lot, you know, we talked about the board in these meetings, and I think and asking questions at the meetings. And I think the one hard part for me at these meetings is people ask questions, but they don't get answers. You know, people can talk, but they're not going to get an answer out of the board. I'm like, what are they doing then? What's the use in asking a question? The board just sits there and goes, yep, next. And you know, I think that's incredibly frustrating. Maybe if the school board, you know, was able to make it more you know, give and go with the participants, so people were more participatory in the process, would involve more people. But I tell you, I've been to some board meetings and I've seen frustrated parents asking questions and not getting answers.
The public definitely needs to be more involved and feel like what they're saying is being heard and is important. I think a lot of it would be word of mouth. Right now, the talk is that if you say something at a board meeting, you say something, you get the nod and the thank you, and that's the end of it. So people aren't going to come to board meetings and aren't going to speak up unless it is a really hot topic like modified sports. They're not going to come because they're thinking, well, why bother? So maybe if we do adopt a policy where they can speak in the beginning and at the end, or adopt a policy where you can submit questions and have them answered during a portion of the board meeting. Maybe if those policies are adopted, it's something that can be put in the advertiser, put in the B, put on our website. But I also think the greatest way you can get people more involved is by word of mouth. If people start coming to the meetings and start realizing that, hey, I asked a question and I actually got an answer. I was heard, they've listened to me. People are going to start telling other people about that. And I think that will encourage other people to come. It's not going to be a waste of their time where they come and say something and they're not heard. People are actually going to listen, and they'll feel that people have actually listened.
That's absolutely huge, what Terry just said. People need to feel that they're heard. Kids need to feel that they're heard. I mean, it's a human nature thing. I don't suppose it's not a kid thing or an adult thing, actually. I think we just have to be more user-friendly. I've thought that all along. I would never have run my classroom in such a regimented style that a kid couldn't get a question out, or if he spoke out a term and I gave him a nod and said, just a minute, you know. You have to be able to communicate. You have to be able to get things out. At our budget forum, I have to tell you, we had seniors, lots of seniors there. And the comments that I got back from those seniors, one of them happened to be my grandson, who's a senior this year, one of my grandsons. And I was amazed at their input. They're very insightful. They had a lot to offer. Their comment to me later was, whatever happened to that information? And it reminded me of District Curriculum Council years ago when I sat on District Curriculum Council as a gifted and talented coordinator for 5 years. One of the things that they did was they had a parking lot, and they would take issues, they would put them into the parking lot, and we would revisit them. We would come back to them. I think what happened with the forum, first of all, I don't think it was publicized enough. Maybe if it was publicized a little bit sooner and we had more of them, you'd get more people out. I heard many people say I didn't know anything about it. Oh, wow, I would have loved to have been there. True, it was run incredibly well. I loved it. I thought they did a really good job. They put it together well. I think we need more of that. I would love to see a Facebook page. I would love to see more than just the advertiser running down a few things that happened at the board meeting. Much too cut and dry. You need to